We have Gene Brister in here. Gene is going to sit down and say hello to everybody. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, George.
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm much better now. I would be able to hear you.
Okay.
Didn't have my earphones on this morning.
Okay.
Or my ears, either one.
I wondered why you wandered off.
Well, I didn't realize that it was as late as it was, so that's why I meandered away, and I shouldn't have.
That's okay. I tend to get restless myself. We got some birthdays. You ready to go over the big shot birthdays?
Yeah.
Here's one that you may have heard of because you're a musician kind of guy. I am not. Jazz musician Carla Bley. You heard of her?
Yes.
86 years old today.
Ooh, I didn't realize that.
She's been around for a while, I guess. One that I have heard of, and I really like, Eric Burden of the Animals, and he also did War.
That's right.
He is 81.
Well, hello, Eric.
Eric is
Happy birthday.
81. He's getting up there. Ferris. She was in Call the Midwife. She's 74. Okay, Boyd Gaines. He's 69 today. Drummer Mark Herndon of Alabama. He is 67. Did you ever get to see them? They came down here a couple of times at the fair.
I did, yeah. Alabama, good group.
I missed every one of them. But they're a good group. I like their music. MTV, a former MTV VJ, Martha Quinn, one of the originals. She is 63 today. Tim Blake Nelson. Okay, he was in Lincoln and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? He is 58. Of course, you never heard of him because George Clooney was in that one, the last movie, and he got all the accolades. Jeffrey Donovan, TV's Fargo, he is 54. Actor Kobe Bell, he was in Third Watch. He's 47. Actor Austin O'Brien, Last Action Hero, 41 years old. And Jonathan Jackson of Nashville and Truck Everlasting, he is all of 40 years old. That's the big shot birthdays. We got a bunch of local people celebrating today, including a couple of sets of twins.
All right.
That don't happen very often.
No, it does
not. Get twins every once in a while, but not two sets of twins. They're coming up.
Hi, I'm Hilton, and I'm asking for your vote for Imperial County Sheriff on June 7th. I was born and raised in Imperial Valley, and I have 38 years experience in the sheriff office. I believe we can make a difference in how policing is done in our community. I will do this by guaranteeing sheriff department employees are treated fairly and provided equal opportunity for advancement. I plan to implement an oversight committee and also ensure each outlying area has a resident deputy. Vote Hilton Smith for Imperial County Sheriff.
Paid for by Hilton Smith for Imperial County Sheriff 2022.
Happy birthdays this morning, going out to a long list of people. We'll start off with the twins, Chantel and Christelle Apollotron. They're twins. And Celaya, they're twins. Happy birthday to both sets of twins. And to Adrian Velarde, Ashley Yates, Anna Medina Montes, Chad Cook, Anathea Carmen, Armando Silva, Carlos Ramirez, Eddie Ortega, Ida Medina, Gusto Kathleen Kelly, Margaret Lopez, Jacob Gaddis, Leslie Wong, Yadira Solorzano, Vicky Huber, Elvira Gil, Ashley Allen, Miguel Figueroa, Ricardo Sanchez, Richard Ortega, Roseanne Prue, Sharon Morse, Sheila Marcus, Salvador Robles, and Leslie Ledbetter. Happy birthday to each and every one.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Okay, Gene, you ready to get the ball rolling?
Yeah, but we better get the ball rolling. That's the title of a good song.
I heard that before. It's time for the World California News headlines, so let's just jump into this. It's brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Locke Air Conditioning.
CBS News special. Inflation slowed down some last month, but that's not saying much. The Consumer Price Index climbed 8.3% from a year ago, a slightly slower rate than the 8.5 it hit the month before. Bottom line, Sarah Ewell-Weiss.
The cost of groceries is up 10.8%, the fastest increase since 1980. Eggs are up more than 22%, milk up nearly 15%. Meat is also up nearly 14%, while coffee is 13.5% more expensive.
More from Bank Rates, Greg McBride.
The annual rate of increase ticked down from 8.5% down to 8.3%. So it may be tempting to say we've hit the peak, but we've been head faked before. That was the case last August.
AAA says the national average for a gallon of gasoline hit a new record high today of $4.40. A year ago, it was $2.98. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Elon Musk says he will reverse San Francisco-based Twitter's permanent ban of former President Trump if his plans to buy the social media company go through. He says permanent bans should be reserved for scams or automated bots.
They say something that is illegal or otherwise, just destructive to the world, then there should be perhaps a timeout, a temporary suspension.
Speaking virtually at a Futures of the Car Summit, a Republican senator's investigative report indicates that LA Mayor Eric Garcetti, more likely than not, was aware or should have been aware of sexual harassment and racist comments made by his former top aide. He's nomination to be U.S. Ambassador to India in jeopardy, says Loyola Law Professor Jessica Levinson.
It's not good for Mayor Garcetti because it makes it look like he lied under oath to the senators.
Garcetti is denied witnessing or being told of any inappropriate behavior by former advisor Rick Jacobs. Gas prices in the state at $5.84 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP-certified hemp processor in California making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and First of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page one of the local news, here's Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning, ballots for the June 7th election will be a vote by mail. George Gale has more on that story.
County elections began sending out the vote-by-mail ballots on May 9th. That was Monday. The ballots are being sent to all active registered voters in Imperial County. Ballots should be received by May 19th. Also beginning on Monday, any voter who cannot or prefers not to wait to receive their ballots in the mail can pick up a vote-by-mail ballot at the Registrar of Voters' office. Voters who do not receive their ballot by May 19th can call call the registrar's office and request a second ballot. The ballots can be returned by mail, but must be postmarked by Election Day, June 7th, and received at the registrar's voter's office by June 14th. No postage is needed. The ballots can be dropped off at any one of the 8 drop boxes throughout the county until 8 p.m. June 7th. Ballots can also be dropped off at any of the 57 polling places throughout the county until the polls close. Maps of polling places and drops as well as other information is available at elections.imperialcounty.org/. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
California, or the Border Patrol, makes another arrest. It was made in the Acumba Wilderness region near Ocotillo. At just after 2 in the morning, California Highway Patrol notified El Centro Sector Border Patrol regarding a person in distress. The report indicated the person was dehydrated and could not walk to Interstate 8. Agents working the area were notified and given the latest GPS coordinates. About an hour later, they found the individual about 6 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border. The agents provided water to the individual, and a wellness check determined no medical assistance was needed. The agents also determined the individual had entered the U.S. illegally. The person was taken into custody and transported to El Centro to be processed. Since October, El Centro Sector Border Patrol agents have successfully rescued 175 individuals who were lost, in distress, or abandoned by smugglers. KXO News Time, 7:44.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
Continuing with more local news, school graduations. Yes, you heard right. School graduations begin this week. Here's George Gale with more.
The first graduation ceremony will be May 12th. That's tomorrow. It is the San Diego State University Imperial Valley graduation, beginning at 7 p.m. at the Raleigh Carrillo Quad. The ICOE SPED, or SPED, high school graduation will be held on May 25th. Vincent Memorial Catholic High School graduation will be on May 27th at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church. Desert Oasis graduation will be held May 31st at the Jimmy Cannon Theater, beginning at 7 p.m. All the rest of them are in early June. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
My name is George Marquez. I'm a candidate for district attorney. I was raised in Imperial County, and I'm a product of our local public school system. I believe in protecting our families by aggressively prosecuting dangerous criminals. I believe in forging strong relationships with law enforcement to further our interest of law, order, and justice. I believe in building bridges to the entire community so that everyone has a voice. Please vote George Marquez on June 7th for Imperial Valley District Attorney. You can also follow me on my Facebook page at George Marquez for District Attorney 2022.
Paid for by committee to elect George Marquez for District Attorney.
And it's page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. With page 2 of the local news, here again is Gene.
In other local news this morning, local Catholics mourn the passing of their former bishop. Here's more on that story.
Robert Brahm passed away on Monday. He was 83 years old. He had served the San Diego Diocese as bishop for 23 years, from 1990 until his retirement in 2013. The diocese covers San Diego and Imperial counties. The passing was announced by the current bishop, Robert McElroy. The statement read by McElroy in part said that Bishop Brahm was a pastor, teacher, and servant leader of the Catholic community in San Diego and Imperial counties for those 23 years. Services for Bishop Brahm will be held on May 17th at 11 a.m. at the St. Therese of Carmel Church in Del Mar Heights. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The 13th annual fundraising event, Dancing with the Stars Gala, is coming up. It's presented by the Imperial Valley Regional Occupational Program Community Foundation. This year's event is being held this Friday, May 13th, at the Quashan Casino Resort in the Pipa Ballroom at 525 Alcodones Road near Winter Haven. The event is sold out. There are 7 local celebrity stars competing in the event. The funds raised from the event will go towards developing educational and economic opportunities for youth and adults throughout the Imperial County, as well as scholarships for high school seniors. And candidates forum is scheduled for tomorrow as well. George Gale filed this story.
The forum is being hosted by the Chamber of Commerce for the greater Brawley area. It'll feature the 4 candidates running for the Imperial Irrigation District Division 3 seat. It is the seat currently held by Director James Hanks, who decided not to seek re-election. The forum will be held at the Lions Recreation Center, 225 A Street in Brawley from 6 to 7 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. Candidates on the June ballot for IID Division 3 are Ramon Castro, Maria Nava Froelich, Gina Dockstader, and Don Campbell. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's George Gale with the weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 88 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 56. Wind gusts overnight up to 44 miles per hour. National Weather Service says a trough of low pressure will brush across the northern portion of the region today, keeping temperatures slightly below normal. Gusty winds will again impact the region, particularly across the higher terrain areas. High pressure will eventually build back across the region on Friday into the weekend, resulting in a quick warming trend and high temperatures across the lower deserts climbing to above 100 degrees by Saturday. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 83. West to northwest wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 55. West wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny skies. Highs right near 87. North to northwest winds at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 57 degrees, 23% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still good throughout the region. Page 2 of the local news and your weather brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Hello. This is your friend, Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia. We have much to celebrate. We have fought and defied the odds to deliver historic investments for our region, including securing hundreds of millions of dollars for local affordable housing and infrastructure projects. It hasn't been easy. We have faced many challenges head-on and persevered amid unprecedented times to come back stronger and more determined than ever. We can't stop now. We must keep leading to secure a more prosperous future for generations to come. Our hard work and dedication has placed us in the perfect position to fulfill this vision for our community. This is why I'm excited to announce my bid for re-election to the newly formed District 36. We will need your support and your vote to help finish the job. Together we can seize this opportunity and bring in the results of all we have set in motion.
Eduardo Garcia, right place, right time. Paid for by Eduardo Garcia for State Assembly 2022.
And it's time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. In the NBA playoffs, still in the semifinals, the Heat beat the 76ers yesterday, 120-85. Miami leads that series 3-2. Suns beat the Mavericks 110-80. Phoenix leads that series 3-2. Semifinals continue today. Bucks take on the Celtics. Warriors are playing against the Grizzlies. In the National Hockey League, also in their playoff mode, they are in their first round of playoffs. Hurricanes beat the Bruins 5-1. Carolina leads that series 3-2. In fact, all these games, the winners lead the series 3-2. Maple Leafs beat the Lightning 4-3. Bruins over the Wild 5-2. And the Kings, the Los Angeles Kings, beat the Oilers by 5-4. They did that in overtime. We'll talk baseball. Got baseball scores coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in Major League Baseball, the top story, of course, is the kid, the Angels pitcher, 22 years old, his 11th game pitched in the Major League Baseball. Reed Detmer pitched a no-hitter, a complete game no-hitter to shut out the Rays at 12-0. Ray Detmer, something that doesn't happen very often. Hardly ever get a complete game out of any pitcher anymore, and no-hitters are very rare. Padres beat the Cubs 5-4. It was the Tigers over the Athletics 6-0. That was the first game of the doubleheader. Second game of the doubleheader, Athletics beat the Tigers 4-1. Dodgers over the Pirates 11-1. Brewers got by the Reds 5-4. The Mets beat the Nationals 4-2. Yankees over the Blue Jays 6-5. Red Sox over the Braves 9-4. Astros over the Twins 5-0. Orioles defeated the Cardinals 5-3. Rangers they got by the Royals 6-4. White Sox over the Guardians 4-1. Diamondbacks defeated the Marlins 9-3. Mariners beat the Phillies 5-4, and the Giants got by the Rockies by a score of 9-2. And in the golf, a PGA Championship 2022, the questions: will Tiger play? Will Phil Mickelson play? Don't know yet. We'll find out when the time comes, because KXO is going to bring you exclusive coverage of the PGA Championship golf tournament from Southern Hills Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You can listen live on AM 1230 for updates throughout the prestigious event from May 19th through the 22nd. That's a look at sports. You've been listening to the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies copies to business forms and everything else in between. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And we've got your financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Wall Street's main indexes opened lower this morning as U.S. consumer prices rose more than expected in April, fueling concerns about aggressive monetary policy tightening. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 37.50 points, or 0.12% at the opening to 32,123.24. S&P 500 opened lower by 10.97 points, or 0.27% at 3,990.08, while the NASDAQ Composite dropped 92.10 points, or 0.8% to 11,645.57 at the opening bell. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
The high temperature yesterday, 88 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 56. Wind gusts overnight up to 44 miles per hour. Sunny skies expected today. Highs right near 83. West to northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows around 50. West wind 10 to 15 miles per hour with the gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunny on Thursday, highs right near 7, north to northwest winds at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your financial news and weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services.
At Burgers and Beer, we want to make your every visit a great visit. We want you to have great service. We want your taste buds to dance with happiness and your thirst to be quenched. We want you to enjoy great sports and great music. But most of all, we want you to enjoy your friends, your family, your date, your business meal, your party, your mom, your dad, and even Aunt Karen. At Burgers and Beer, we're all about you. 5 locations to serve you: El Centro, Yuma, Temecula, La Quinta, and Rancho Mirage.
It's 8 o'clock at KXO, El Centro, California.
This is Home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. The government says inflation slowed a bit last month, but as CBS's Sarah Ewald-Weiss reports, prices keep inching higher.
Inflation soared 8.3% last month from a year ago, down from the annual high in March. But costs are still on the rise. Food prices are up 9.4% from this time last year, and the price of gas is up more than 40% from this time last year.
I'm Jim Krasul in Summerfield, North Carolina. While the federal government says inflation eased slightly last month, John Thomas, why things are so expensive, especially gasoline.
It's very concerning, especially when there's a reason for it to be as high as it is.
Like many others, Thomas is rethinking summer travel plans because of rising prices.
The CDC reports more than 107,000 Americans died last year due to drug overdoses. That's a record. It amounts to 1 death every 5 minutes. Amy Puerto lost his 16-year-old son to drugs.
I saw my son lying with his arms across his chest. He was ashen gray and he had a blue tint on top of his lip. And I just started screaming from the top of my lungs, Daniel, Daniel, Daniel.
Well, now to North Carolina, where a Charlotte high school bus got into an accident with a dump truck and another vehicle this morning. EMS Chief Kenny Phillips says 15 children were sent to a hospital.
We were able to access the kids very quickly and get them separated and start assessing their injuries. But the driver of the school bus and the driver of the white dump truck behind us were pinned in the vehicle.
In Washington, CBS says Democrats are pushing ahead with a Senate vote that would codify abortion rights into federal law.
Many Democrats have been saying that the vote matters even if it ultimately fails and they don't have the 60 votes to pass it. Important to at least allow senators to show where they stand on this issue, that this is a moment in history.
Overseas, a journalist was shot and killed while covering a West Bank raid. The Palestinians blame Israeli forces. Israel's military leader says it's not clear who's responsible. CBS's Imtiaz Tayyab knew the victim, 51-year-old Shireen Abu Akleh.
Was both Palestinian and American. We used to work together in Jerusalem, and she was a kind and generous colleague. She was a pioneer, a household name across the Arab world. Shireen started her career in the 90s when there were few Arab women reporting on the issues that affected their communities.
Checking Wall Street right now is up 220 points. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligrams with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may inflammate the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell her right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidneys, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
An actor who's taken a stand before took a seat this time during a protest.
James Cromwell superglued his hand to a counter at a New York City protest the upcharge for plant-based alternatives like oat milk.
There's no reason for it except greed.
Greed, explained the 82-year-old Oscar nominee who wore a T-shirt that read, "Free the Animals." Cromwell was joined by PETA protesters and later used a knife to scrape the glue off and free himself. There were no arrests. Starbucks respects customers' right to voice their opinions as long as it doesn't disrupt store operations. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Gonna need a good lawyer, as in the rapper known as Gunna, who's been charged with racketeering in Atlanta. Prosecutors say he and another performer known as Young Thug co-founded a violent gang. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Whether you're in business or in school, Staples has your tech.
How about wireless headphones so I'm not tied to my desk?
Staples has your tech.
A tablet for when I travel by train? The latest laptop for a summa cum laude?
Staples offers tech solutions and accessories for learners, small business, and remote workers too. From the latest laptops to networking solutions. And now, Apple AirPods Pro are just $199. You save $50. The latest tech solutions are at Staples, the working and learning store. 514, limit 2 while supplies last.
If you're like me and suffer from toenail fungus, please pay close attention. Nail fungus isn't just a cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. But no matter what I tried, it seemed like my fungus would never go away. Then I discovered Crystal Flush, the new FDA-registered at-home treatment. This unique two-step system flushes out fungus at its source and reverses damaged nails. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Gentlemen, I would like to introduce
George Gale.
I got style, I'm cultured, I'm sophisticated.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230